Hey guys, welcome back to another plan with me. This week I'm planning from December 7th to Sunday the 13th, and I'm using this really cool Christmas kit from a shop called Riot Co. I have never purchased from this shop before, and I actually found out about this kit because I saw Emilycatherineplans share it on her story. And this is a pretty exciting plan with me because this was my birthday week, but also this video is a collab with Emilycatherineplans. She was so sweet and asked if I wanted to do it, and I was like, oh my God, of course. So yeah, she is Emilycatherineplans on YouTube and Instagram. I will have all of her info linked down below. And she's just the sweetest, and it's so nice finding people who like this kind of like morbid, creepy stuff too. And I will also have her video linked down below as well. So yeah, this is probably going to be a pretty long video, mainly because I usually try to speed through my spread base just because I don't know what to talk about during it, but obviously now I have some questions to answer. Of course, if you're not interested, you can just fast forward. I would not be offended because I know some people might not care, but if you're just wanting something to listen to, well then here you go. So this is a Christmas tag, and the first question is, how do you celebrate Christmas? So my family is not exactly estranged, like I'm kind of close with them, but we no longer really celebrate Christmas together like at somebody's house. We'll usually do a dinner when we're all free, and it's usually not on Christmas Eve or Christmas. It's just kind of like around that time. And then now I have started going to my best friend's family's Christmas Eve party. Obviously not this year. And then last year was the first year I spent Christmas Eve like night at my best friend's family's house, and then was there for Christmas morning, and it was really nice, and we were going to do it again this year, but obviously, you know, shit happens. Yeah, so how am I spending this Christmas? Probably home. I'm toying with the idea of driving all the way to New Jersey to see my grandma, and by see her I really just mean drop off her gift and, you know, say hi, and then possibly drop off gifts at my best friend's family's house because they live in the same town. But other than that, it's probably gonna just be like Chinese food, and I'll hang out with Joe, and that's it. Are you good at buying gifts for others? Yes and no. It really depends on the person. I feel like I buy good gifts for my best friend. I think I buy good gifts for children. I think I know children pretty well. It honestly depends. Buying for my boyfriend has always been difficult, mainly because he buys everything himself, you know? So that's kind of tricky. And also my grandma's the same way. She buys everything she wants herself, and she's very picky like me, so I get it. But this year I think I nailed it for at least her, maybe both of them, I'm not sure. What is your most memorable Christmas memory? Ooh, obviously not many. I guess it's like a recurring, it's like not one specific memory, but my grandma and I used to go to this place called, oh my God, I can't even remember what it's called. It obviously wasn't that memorable. But we would go to this kind of like small, fancy-ish mall. It was essentially like a Barnes & Noble, Restoration Hardware, all those kind of shops, Anthropologie. And we would go and buy one or maybe a couple really nice Christmas ornaments, and then we would put them on the tree. And it was both of our favorite part of Christmas. Unfortunately, we don't do that anymore. It's not possible, but it was really nice while it lasted. How did you spend last Christmas? Like I said, last Christmas I spent Christmas Eve and Christmas morning with my best friend's family, and then I came back to Philly for Christmas Day, like the rest of it, like dinner and stuff, and Joe and I got, what did we do? I think we got Chinese because we were supposed to hang out with his family, and they like bailed last minute or something. I think that's what happened last Christmas. On Christmas Eve, what do you leave out for Santa? Haha, not answering that. What is your favorite Christmas movie? It's probably Christmas Vacation. I also really like, oh my God, what is that movie called? Love Actually. That's a great Christmas movie. And there was one other, but I can't think of it right now. What is your favorite Christmas song? What's that creepy one by Trans-Siberian Orchestra? You guys know. Carol of the Bells or something? I can't remember the name, but I really don't like Christmas music. I don't know if it's from working in retail for so long. I pretty much hate every single Christmas song there is, except for that creepy Christmas song. You know which one I mean. What do you eat on Christmas Day? Chinese food. What do you have any Christmas Eve traditions? I think that's just a typo. Well, now I guess it can't be a tradition. It was going to be a tradition. This would have been the third year, but going to my best friend's family's party. Do you wear Christmas jumpers? If so, show us a picture. I will try to remember to insert a picture if I can figure out how. It's just a stupid green sweatshirt with bells and cats all over it. Yeah, and then I also have a Golden Girls Christmas t-shirt that I love. In your culture, what date do you receive gifts? My culture is just like, I don't know, person who lives alone. I guess just whenever I see people. Show us your Christmas decorations. No. Mainly because I'm lazy, but I did show on my Instagram story, I decorated my cat's cardboard castle for Christmas, and then I just have like a mini tree. I didn't even put the ornaments on this year because we have a new kitten in the house and I was worried that he would destroy them. Do you like eggnog? Hell no. And actually in my family, it's a Thanksgiving drink. It's a Thanksgiving beverage and I hate it. I think it's repulsive. Have you ever visited the North Pole? Another stupid question I'm gonna skip. What was your favorite gift you received on Christmas? I can't remember. I'm sure it was something that I got when I was younger, like a computer or something. Yeah, probably like a computer when I was in like 7th or 8th grade. I can't remember. Have you ever gone Christmas caroling? Absolutely not. Have you ever built a gingerbread house? Yes, and I would love to build another one. I love stupid crafts like that. This just was not the year for it. I will not try to name all of Santa's reindeer. Finish this elf quote. I can't. I've only watched like 10 minutes of that movie and I turned it on. I'm so sorry. Worst present you've ever received. Oh my God. Oh, wow. I feel like I've received a lot of crappy presents. Nothing really comes to mind. I guess last year I could just say it was a good present and a bad one all at the same time. I got 2 jigsaw puzzles, which I love, but they were both very monochromatic. And when I'm doing a puzzle, I love colorful ones and crazy designs and they were both blue and I did them both and I do appreciate them both, but I don't like just all blue sea foam green like landscape puzzles. I want something going on while I'm doing it. So it was a good gift. It was a bad gift. I got really good gifts last year overall. What is your all-time favorite Christmas food? Chinese. Make a noise to show how excited you are about Christmas. No. Is your Christmas tree real or fake? It's fake. Have you ever built a snowman? Of course, when I was little. But now I hate the snow. Who cooks the Christmas meal? Whoever works at the Chinese restaurant. What gifts do you want for Christmas this year? I would love a colorful puzzle. I asked for one specifically, and books. I want books. I got so many books last year. It was awesome. It was basically every book I read this year. So I would love more so that I could keep the reading going. Do you prefer giving or receiving gifts on Christmas? Honestly, both. I like receiving gifts. Sometimes it's stressful. I don't like really receiving them in front of a lot of people. And I really like giving gifts when I think the gift is good, you know? Like I like finding something that someone wanted and then seeing their face. There were a couple things that I've gotten people that they could not find themselves and then I was able to find it and it just feels really good. What's your favorite thing about Christmas? That everybody gets off, even malls are closed on Christmas. That's honestly the best thing about it. Have you ever celebrated Christmas in another culture? No. What makes Christmas special for you? The day off, the gifts, the people. I don't know, nothing really special. What would be your dream place to spend Christmas? I have always wanted to spend Christmas in a cabin, but like a modern cabin. I remember maybe when I was like 13, we went to some random Christmas party out in the middle of nowhere in this beautiful, it was like a mansion cabin. It was all wood. Everything was like logs, even the steps, but all of the appliances were brand new. Everything was decorated so nicely. I would love to go to another cabin like that. I don't want to rough it or tough it or anything like that. And if you guys watch Will and Grace, there's an episode where they go to Karen's cabin. I want to go to Karen's cabin for Christmas. Who are you spending Christmas with this year? Joe. Possibly I will see my grandmother. I would love to see her beautiful face. Are you a last minute shopper or are you organized? Both. When people throw me curveballs and tell me what they want last minute or like drop hints last minute or things don't come in the mail in time, stuff like that, then I'm a last minute shopper. However, I start really early and I try to get it done. It just sometimes doesn't happen. What is your one Christmas wish? God. That's deep. I don't know, just to have a good day and not be a depressed mess. Yeah, I think that's it. So those are all of the questions. Now I guess I will get into talking about the spread and the plans and everything. A few things about this kit. One, I'm not sure if I ordered the wrong size for my planner, but the stickers are a little bit wide for the spaces, but I really love this kit. I was able to use leftover labels and little things from Scribble Co, Planning Roses, and that same sheet that I used in my last Plan With Me. I can't remember the shop. It's like a super old shop. I don't think they're open anymore. And I decided to add some silver foil, and I love this kit. It's a little bit Snow White for me with the like the apple in the globe, but I'm not mad at it. Also, Mini Riot Co gave some really good freebies. A lot of these, like I actually am running out of silver foil. I think I have one wiggle left and then just random bits and pieces. But this kit, I don't know if it was the kit or just a freebie, but she sent these really cool candy cane sort of like header pieces, and I was able to use those on my bottom washi and on my full boxes, and I feel like it just brought everything together. She also gave some gold foil freebies, and yeah, I'm really happy with my purchase from this shop. I just wish that everything fit in the columns. But again, I don't know if there were other sizes and I ordered for like, I don't know, Happy Planner or something. I'm not really sure, but I'm still really happy with how this spread turned out. I again decided to leave out the habit trackers, and I used deco on the top as well as date covers. And what else? I think that's it other than getting into the actual plans. So I think I'm going to do that now. So the two things I decided to mark on my sidebar were obviously that it was my birthday this week, and also that it was just a very long, exhausting week. It wasn't necessarily all bad, it was just a lot, you know? First thing I marked on Monday was that it was 30 degrees outside. I was freezing, of course, as I always am, and I used a foiled snowflake to mark that. Under that, I marked that my bosses got home early, and it was really like awkward because I didn't know they were coming, and it was fine except for they came during nap time and I was sitting in the dark like a depressed piece of shit, and it just isn't like the best look, but like I don't know, I'm tired and depressed. I don't know what to tell you. So I just kind of sit in the dark while she's having a nap. Yeah, it was just weird, but it was honestly fine. It wasn't a big deal. So then I marked that I got home early, and I just used an icon and a flag to mark that. It was really exciting. I got home at like 4:30, so I had some time to catch up on planning. So I marked that with one of these brown labels and I think this is a Planning Roses book. And then the last thing for Monday with a random squared off box and this Pumpkin Paper Co. Tara watching The Grinch. I marked that I watched Black Christmas, the 1970s version. I forgot I've already seen it, so whatever, I watched it again. Moving on to Tuesday, first thing I marked that it was my 30th birthday. Definitely not the most exciting time or day or season to turn 30, but it is what it is. Under that, with a label and this little Stella Sticker Co. car, I marked that Joe decided he wanted to drive me to work and then take my car to clean it because it was my birthday. Kind of funny that he did all that and then it snowed, so now my car is disgusting again. But it was really nice of him. And then after that, I had my free Starbucks for my birthday, which I was not going to be able to get myself. And honestly, I hate that they changed it to that you can only get it on your birthday. Do you guys remember when you had like a time frame during which you could get your free Starbucks and now it's only your birthday? Dumb. So I marked that he brought me my Starbucks. He went to go pick it up and I got a chai tea latte, which I haven't had in years, and they are way too sweet for me now. I think I would need to add a shot of espresso or something if I wanted to drink that ever again. Under that, with a little thing and this present icon, I marked that my bosses got me a gift, which was really, really nice of them. And they also got home a little early, which kind of was weird just because Joe had my car and he was running late to pick me up in, regular Joe fashion. So I just marked with a fancy label and an icon from the kit that he was late to pick me up. Under that, with these GP Studio shoes and a script, I marked that we decided to walk to Wawa even though it was freezing cold just because the parking near my apartment is hell. On our walk, his sister, brother-in-law, and niece and nephew FaceTimed me, so I marked that with this Coffee Monsters Co. FaceTiming sticker. Then with another random coffee cup, I marked that we got the free Wawa coffee, and I ended up just drinking that Wednesday because obviously I had Starbucks in the morning. Then I had to use a day extender for this day because actually a lot of stuff happened for my birthday. With a Planting Roses label and this Pumpkin Paper Coterra putting on makeup, I marked that I was feeling really bummed about the way I looked because I did go to work looking like crap as per usual. And it was my birthday. And then I just kind of felt stupid putting on makeup for like 4 hours. But Joe was like, shut up, just go put on some makeup, it's your birthday. So I did. Then under that, with a label and a slice of pizza, I marked that we got pizza for my birthday from a place called City View. My roommate also, of course. Under that, with another FaceTiming sticker, I marked that we did a Google meetup with my family. It was more so for my grandma because she was hell-bent on seeing me on my 30th birthday. I mean, I love my family, but like I was already tired from work. It was a Tuesday. I had to go to bed. I really didn't want to waste what little freedom I had on my birthday on a hangout meeting, but whatever, it was fine. But we did that for way longer than I wanted to. Under that, with one of these squares and a foiled icon, I marked that we watched The Bachelorette, which was so fun. I had a couple drinks even though it was a Tuesday, and it was really, really fun. We were only going to watch one episode, but we all got sucked in. So yeah, and then under that, I marked that we ate Krispy Kreme donuts. Joe picked up some for my birthday. And then the final thing on Tuesday, I marked with a fancy label and this Insomnia Munchkin was that when we finally did go to bed at 2 in the morning, my upstairs neighbor decided to play music so loud that it shook my apartment. It was so loud, and he's only done that one other time, and it was during the lockdown. He played an audiobook so loud that I could hear every single word clearly. And when I opened my front door to the hallway, it was like I was walking into a movie theater. It was insane. I don't know what's wrong with him, but he's only done it twice, so it's really not worth complaining about. But I didn't get to sleep until 3 a.m. So that brings me to Wednesday. First thing I marked with a fancy label and this Drama Queen Tara was that I was so tired. I felt sick. That sometimes happens, and it was bad this day. So I decided to try to take a nap during the little girl I watch, her nap time. So I marked that with this headache Tara because I felt so sick, and a nap script. Then with a piece of washi and this lazy day sticker from the GP studio. I didn't have a lazy day, but I did allow myself some lazy time. But then under that, I decided to work out. So I used a workout script and this Once More with Love running munchkin. Under that, with a little thing and this random mask icon from, oh my gosh, I can't remember the name of the shop, but I used one of her kits for Halloween. Her like functional deco was spot on, and so I saved it. And I just marked that I tried this face peel from, I can't remember what, Dr. Jart or something, I'm not sure. It honestly, my skin looks exactly the same. As a waste, but it's fine. With a half box and another Pumpkin Paper Coterra Movie sticker, I first put down the one with the Tara in it and then ripped that up and then just put the TV because I destroyed the sticker. I marked that I watched, I think it's called, what is it? Oh yeah, Better Watch Out. And then the final thing I marked was that I couldn't sleep at all this night. Yeah, this was a really draining week for me. I woke up freezing, drenched in sweat. I was so sweaty that I had to get out of bed, wipe off my entire body with a towel, change, and then put a towel down on my bed to go back to sleep. It was awful, and it was right after I showered, so that was just not fun. Then moving on to Thursday, first thing I marked was that it was the first day of Hanukkah, and I just used a foiled script and some washi to mark that. You saw that in my base setup with a little, or it's a label, not a little thing, and another Tara. I marked that I was in a rush just because I did not wake up on time with a little thing, and a house icon. I marked that I paid my rent this day. Then with a box and this, I think it's called stickers and cupcakes, I marked that I was trying so hard to stay awake just so that I could stay awake or stay asleep at night, and these little like 10-minute naps are really screwing me up. So I marked that with this little girl drinking a Red Bull with a label and one of the icons from the kit. I marked that I kept myself awake by doing some things during her nap time. So I did an ab challenge that actually Emily posted on her Instagram. I definitely fell off it this last week, but I'm gonna get back into it. And then I also edited a little bit. With this happy munchkin head and a label, I marked that I got another good spot in front of my apartment. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if people have moved out or if it's just the holiday season and people are leaving. I don't care. I have been getting spots and it's fantastic. Under that, with this little bed from Stella Bow Sticker Co., I marked that I did my laundry. I had to wash all of my bedding, of course, from my disgusting sweat episode the night before. And I also decided to add my comforter, which is a project because I have to put it in like the comforter cover. And yeah, it's a whole thing, but it was definitely worth it. I slept much better that night having that like weighted comforter on me. It just, I don't know. Then with a half box and a TV icon, I marked that I finished Better Watch Out. It was decent. I enjoyed the twist. However, it should have been rated R. There were a lot of opportunities for some really good gore, and yeah, I wish it was rated R. Someone said that in one of their YouTube videos talking about this movie, and I could not agree more. But it was a really fun idea, I guess, if you can call murder fun. Moving on to Friday with this half box and this RX bottle from Rory's Sweet Addiction. I marked that I had a doctor's appointment at 8:30 in the morning, and I was incredibly disappointed with the outcome. I definitely need to switch doctors. I don't have time to get into the whole story, but I am positive that my doctor is not qualified to help me. She prescribed me a completely incorrect type of medication. And yeah, so now, and then she gave me another prescription and it's the exact same type of medication. So yeah, that's going to be a 2021 thing that I have to deal with. Under that, I marked that I was feeling really depressed and was having tons of intrusive thoughts, like really, really bad ones that were just getting me so down. And I used this little Once More with Love munchkin to mark that. Then with this random quarter box and another piece of deco from that same leftovers page, I marked that I had a phone call with my friend David. He was just feeling really upset. He has a lot of things going on in his life, as do we all, but he really needed to talk, so I talked to him for a little while. Then I went over to Joe's and we watched the new SNL from last week, so I marked that with these two munchkins watching a Christmas movie. And then finally, the last thing I marked was that I did have a couple drinks, which I think is fair since it's my birthday week, and it's a pretty lame-ass week to have your birthday on. Moving on to Saturday, first thing I marked with this shopping bag was that I went to Aldi to get some produce. Then we worked on Joe's car, which was a nightmare and a half, and I marked that with this little mechanic munchkin. Under that, I just marked that I was really cold and sad because I was standing outside for like moral support and kind of to hand him things, and yeah, it just sucked. Then under that, I marked that we had to deliver a dresser that Joe sold. He bought a new dresser on Craigslist for like $20. That was it's beautiful. And then he sold his old dresser for $60. So we did that, and I just marked that with a box icon. Then with a shopping cart, I marked that we went to Lowe's and Kohl's. I had a return for Kohl's, and I needed to get a Lowe's gift card for a Christmas present. Then I marked that I took a shower, which was like a total reset for me. It just felt really good because I was just bummed. And then the final thing for Saturday was that we made cinnamon rolls. And I just marked that with a little foiled spoon and fork sticker. Finally, moving on to Sunday, first thing I marked with a car icon was that we worked on Joe's car all day. I was so cold. It was just a nightmare. And I even made a joke on Instagram about how I'm just not really going to be helping. I'm just going to be watching out in the cold. Oh, I helped, and I have bruises from it. It was awful. We were both freezing. It was a nightmare. It was supposed to be 60, but it felt more like 20. So under that, with a full box, or a half box, and this middle finger munchkin, I marked that I was so cold, in so much pain, and just dirty. I was dirty because my jacket was getting covered in car filth. It was a nightmare. Then under that, with a label and this fork and knife icon from, I think, the GP studio, I can't remember, I marked that we got Nifty 50s burgers, fries, and shakes. And of course, they left our food sitting out. So by the time they finally handed it to me, it had been sitting there forever, and it was cold. So I hate cold food, but whatever. It was still tasty. I hate that. It was just sitting there. There was nobody there, and they just weren't giving me my food. So yeah. Under that, with this leftover TV from, I think, Creating & Co., I marked that we watched the challenge. The MTV challenge is back. I feel like I have purpose in life. I can't wait to watch the next episode. I'm so excited. And then under that, with an icon from the kit, I marked that we went through a bunch of Joe's gifts just to organize them. He needed help. And then the final thing was that I had crazy stress dreams, and I just marked that with this little insomnia munchkin. So that is everything. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.